What? Hey, man, you a whole bitch. Catch a nigga like him with that Glock and shoot the whole world. Yo.
What it is, YouTube? It's your boy Tokyo here. Today we are back at it again with another reaction video. Today's video,
terrorist attacks, mass shootings, political.
How the fuck are you playing? Nobody told you to play. Nobody told you how to play. Don't you dare fucking play.
Terrorist attacks, mass.
What the fuck? Don't stop. Stop.
Shootings,
Stop.
political
Stop,
assassinations.
nigga. Stop.
These are the darkest. Terrorist
Fucking
attacks,
stop.
mass shootings,
Stop.
political
Stop.
assassinations.
We're back at it again with another fucking reaction video. I don't know if I reacted to this shit yet. I don't think I have. Did I? I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I have. But if I did, then we're gonna be talking about it again, I guess. Not really. But I ain't gonna lie. I have seen like, have I reacted to this? I don't think I reacted to this shit. Did I? No, I didn't. Alright, we good. I didn't react to this, so we good. So, this is when or why tragedy become memes. I've seen this shit around lately. I've seen other motherfuckers react to it lately. And on some real shit, this shit gonna have some shit to say. This shit gonna have you to say a lot of stuff, for real. I ain't gonna lie. This is by your boy Mobit for fun. I ain't really got shit to say. I won't say my shit along the way, because right now, in my opinion, for real, I feel like, because this shit ain't really nothing new, for real. You feel me? Like, people have always took death and try to like make like somewhat like try to make somewhat fun of it, you know? Like people cope death differently than other people, you feel me? Like, there's some people that make fun of it. There's motherfuckers that will literally be terrified of it. There's other people that will try to see the light in it, type shit. You feel me? But like at the end of the day, that's just how people are. People are going to cope with death pretty much differently, especially when it's on the internet, for real. Like, when people on the internet doing shit like this, or like when somebody see somebody die or some shit, because like I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, like seeing like gore videos to me is somewhat new. You feel me? Because I never really, like, as a kid, I never really sat back on my phone just watching gore videos for real. I never really got into that type of shit. You feel me? So me personally, I don't really find the amusement in that. Yeah, gore videos been here for a while, from what I know. But like, as I guess it's like as like the internet has just gone so like just getting here, like just coming and going, like the internet is just getting bigger by the day. Like, it's just gonna come to this concern. It's gonna come to a conclusion where like shit, like certain shit like that is going to like pop out, type shit. I guess like people are so desensitized to shit, to like death and shit, because we seen death everywhere. We heard death everywhere. We all, even if we wasn't like, even when we was young, we all heard of death. We all experienced death in like a way, shape, or form, type shit. So it's just up to us to really like, I feel like it's just really up to us to like really cope with that shit, or like really try to understand the situation of what happened. Like Charlie Kirk, for example. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie. Did I feel bad about the situation that happened? Yeah. Nobody deserved to go out like that. But at the end of the day, there is some motherfuckers that even like the shit that I heard before, like after this shit happened, or like before I heard some of this shit, like some of his takes. Yeah, it was kind of like a alright, fuck you type of situation. But me personally, I never really wished death on this nigga, type shit. You feel me? I just didn't like some of his takes, you know. But do I wish the nigga to die for that shit? Not really, because at the same time, at the end of the day, this nigga's just speaking words. Like, you feel me? Niggas just speaking words. You can't really You feel me? Like, you know, like if a nigga, like if you really getting mad at a nigga by just saying words, then you got a whole lot of other fucking problems to deal with. I'm not gonna lie, because at the end of the day, this is life, my nigga. Life is going to fuck you up any way, shape, or form, bro. Who the fuck is upstairs? I'm by myself. Somebody getting shot today. But anyways, yeah. I'm just gonna keep it a buck, nigga. Like, niggas are going to, who the fuck is upstairs? I'm hearing shit, bro. I think I'm tripping, bro. I don't know. I'm in the basement right now, and I'm just hearing noises, bro. That shit fucking me up. So yeah, we about to go ahead and jump into this shit. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, and make sure you check out more Rip for Fun. It's gonna be in the description down below. That being said, we about to go ahead and check this out.
Terrorist attacks, mass shootings, political assassinations. These are the darkest things you can imagine. So why did they become memes? Over the past few years, I've noticed something strange. The internet doesn't treat every tragedy the same. Some events become memorials, others get turned into jokes. Take Charlie Kirk, for example. His assassination instantly turned into edits and memes, not because people were using the jokes as a form to cope, but because millions genuinely hated him. The memes weren't about processing the event. It was pure mockery. Now, compare that to 9/11.
On some real shit, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I don't really I'm not gonna say I hate him, nor do I say I like him. I'm the type that just don't give a fuck about this nigga for real. So, when I see the memes come through, yeah, I'm gonna find them funny. Because it is pretty funny, you feel me? But, like, that's just how it is for me. Like, I just feel like they're pretty funny. Is it fucked up? Yeah, it's fucked up. But motherfuckers are fucked up like that. So, I'm not gonna excuse them for, like, doing that shit. But at the same time, it's like this. It's like this. When it comes with, like, 9/11 and when it comes to, like, Charlie Kirk, I feel like these two main events, because both of these are tragic type shit. A lot of people died. Someone died in front of thousands of people. With this shit, it feels like with the meme, I feel like the meme when it comes to 9/11, well, I shouldn't recall it a meme, but, like, I feel like the events that happened at 9/11 and, like, that happened, like, throughout the years, because, like, real shit, we all grew up with this shit. Whether if you wasn't born to see this shit or if you was, we all know about the Twin Towers. You feel me? All of us know about this shit. You feel me? So it's like with that we have this core memory or like, you know, just like having your teacher just play these like videos of the towers falling and shit. Like shit like that. That shit could get in your head for a minute. And it's like with that shit, and it's like also with not like with the day, remember, like the memorial of fucking 9/11 and shit. We always have 9/11 day and shit. It's gonna come to a point in time where, like, I feel as though people are not going to really take it seriously. For real. And that's just how people are, you know? Especially how our generation is, because we don't take shit serious like that. So, with that being said, it's like a whole, okay, like, you know? Like, this shit just don't make sense, you know? I don't know. Like, that shit just, because I'll be trying to understand, and it's like, I understand in some conscious way, but, like, when trying to explain this shit, it's like, I just need you to, like, understand type shit. But I know you don't understand because I want to fucking explain this shit. But it's like, I don't know. I guess it's just like a cope mechanism because we all just seen so much fucked up shit. And I guess because, like, of 9/11, we seen this shit. This was like the first shit that we ever seen that was fucked up in our lives. I guess that's just like that's how we just cope. We just make fun of it or some shit. I don't know.
Those memes exist too. They're edgy, they're messed up, but they're never targeting the victims themselves. Nobody is
True.
laughing at the people who died. The humor comes from shock value, not a personal attack on the victims. Then you have the 2019 El Paso shooter, better known as the Wojak Chud shooter,
I didn't
a
even
mass
know that
shooter
this
that
nigga was a
became a reaction
fucking meme.
image. People weren't laughing with him, they were laughing at the absurdity of the situation because the whole thing didn't feel real. And then there's the Ocean Gate implosion, a billionaire submarine disaster
remember
that
this.
turned into edits and jokes across the internet literally within minutes. Before we get into this video, it is very important to define what dark humor is. Dark humor is basically the internet's way of dealing with things that are too heavy or uncomfortable to process directly. People joke about tragedies for a mix of reasons: shock value, coping, desensitization, quick online attention, or just pure hatred. For some, it creates emotional distance from something horrifying. For others, it's about feeling edgy or part of a subculture that laughs at taboo stuff. And with how fast memes spread, once a tragic moment becomes a format people keep making memes of until the original context fades. It doesn't mean everyone supports the joke, it just shows how the internet reacts to things it doesn't know how to handle.
The Kia K4 and
For this first entry, let's talk about something that happened recently, and that's no other than the Charlie Kirk assassination. On September 10th, 2025 at Utah Valley University, conservative activist Charlie
Bro, the
Kirk
amount of fucking memes I've seen of this nigga just oh my god, dog. It's just getting so annoying now. I'm not gonna cap. I'm just tired of seeing this nigga face now. I'm not gonna lie. That's it. I'm not gonna cap. Like, it's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. I'm surprised I did not see that. I'm surprised they did not did that shit with the Far From Home shit. That everywhere I see, everywhere I look, or everywhere I turn, I see his face. And then boom, it's just fucking Charlie Kirk. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they made that shit. Like, damn. This nigga's face is everywhere, bro. I'm tired of seeing this nigga's face, bro. Like,
was shot in the neck at 12:23 p.m., right in the middle of a debate about gun violence. He was officially pronounced dead around 2:40 p.m. The main suspect is Tyler Robinson. Kirk had been speaking under a tent at the center of campus, taking questions from students during the opening stop of his American Comeback tour. As he responded to a question about mass shootings, a single round from a rifle struck him in the left side of his neck. Investigators later confirmed the shot came from a rooftop roughly 142 yards away, fired by a sniper who had positioned himself on the building minutes earlier. The shooter fled across the rooftop and escaped into a wooded area north of campus, where investigators recovered several engraved cartridges next to the rifle, each marked with strange internet references. The spent casing was engraved with "Notices bulge."
You know what's crazy though? Like, I still remember when this nigga got fucking shot. I was over at my brother's shit. I'm like just sitting on Instagram, like deadass just sitting on Instagram, like it's a normal, like it's like any other fucking day. Like, I'm deadass just chilling on that bitch. And then I just saw the video. And I'm like at first, I'm thinking it's like AI type shit. Because I seen, like, cause it's, I don't know. Cause when I first seen it, I didn't recognize bro at first. Like, I seen Charlie Kirk around, like, on the internet type shit. I seen him around. I seen like a couple of his videos. Like, I seen him around type shit. But when I seen him in that video, like, I didn't recognize him at first, and then, like, it took me a minute to like really process what the fuck was going on, because all I know is this nigga was talking, and then boom, nigga get fucking necked. Pause. Hold on. But no, like, the nigga get fucking neck shot, bro. Like dog get neck shot, and like that was like it. I'm like, oh shit. And now I'm like, mind you, I'm looking in the comments because at first I'm thinking like this shit, like, is this shit like fake? Cause I'm not thinking this shit real type shit. I'm like, alright, this shit gotta be fake. I'm going on here. I'm like, alright, seeing the motherfuckers saying AI or whatever the fuck. I'm not seeing niggas say this shit. And then I'm like, picturing. I'm like, now mind you, I'm high as fuck seeing this video. I'm high as fuck seeing this video. So I'm not putting two and two together. So I went ahead and Googled this shit. You feel me? I'm like, alright, let me see if this shit real. I put in, was Charlie Kirk shot? That was the first thing that shit said. The second thing, shot at Universal, whatever the fuck he was at. Shot at the university that he was at. I'm like, damn, this shit real. What the like, bro? I'm thinking this shit was about to be fake as hell. I'm thinking this shit just like some AI shit. You feel me? Like somebody just made some fucked up ass meme of this nigga getting shot in the fucking neck or some shit. I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking. That's literally what I'm thinking for real. I'm thinking this shit is all AI or some shit. I'm thinking this shit is not real. I'm thinking this shit is just like, you feel me? Something fucked up. Nah. And then I knew it was fucking real because it was one of them fucking gore pages, bro. Like I should have known it was real because it was one of them gore pages, bro. And them niggas do not put no fake ass shit on there. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? These niggas really shot that nigga. That shit is fucking crazy, yo. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I'm in this motherfucker like, damn, they really want this nigga gone, boy. What the fuck?
Oh whoa, what's this? A popular meme in the furry community. 3 unfired rounds were found as well. One read, "Hey fascist catch, upright down down down," a reference to the game Helldivers 2 that calls it an airstrike. Another was engraved with "Oh Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao Ciao Ciao," lyrics from the Italian song Bella Ciao, which is an anti-fascist Italian song. And the last round said, well, take a look for yourself. He was charged with aggravated murder, 2 counts of obstruction of justice, and felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury. Prosecutors announced they would seek the death penalty. Charlie Kirk, known for founding Turning Point USA and for his strong alignment with Donald Trump and the MAGA movement, had become one of the most
A lot of his shit seems fishy, but I'm just gonna leave that shit alone.
influential right-wing figures in American youth politics.
I'm not gonna lie, but
His assassination occurred during a period of rising political tension and escalating acts of
I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them type of channels. But when I see some shit, I'm that type of person. You feel me? But I'm not that type of channel, so we ain't gonna get into that.
violence across the country. News of the shooting spread instantly online. Footage of the moment circulated across social media, triggering shock, division, and in some cases, celebration. Reactions that further exposed the polarized climate Kirk often spoke about. National leaders condemned the killing, while others blamed opposing political groups long before a motive was confirmed. Shortly after his death, to mock him, thousands, if not millions, went on social media to celebrate his death. One of the earliest Charlie Kirk memes appeared in early October, where his face was swapped onto the iconic Anthony Mackie smiling photo with the caption, "Son." The image spread quickly and became one of the first viral edits following his death. Following this, we got AI videos of Charlie Kirk, such as the infamous Kirkification trend, where his face was plastered onto rappers, other memes, and random people. On Halloween, people even dressed up as Charlie Kirk, wearing the same Freedom shirt with a bloodstain. Out of all the tragedies that turned into memes, Charlie Kirk becoming a meme wasn't a way to cope with his death. It was a way to mock him. As many people loved him, he had just as many haters. On August 3rd, 2019, at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas, a mass shooting took place that became one of the deadliest attacks on Latinos in modern American history. At 10:38 a.m., 21-year-old Patrick Wood Crusius opened fire with a semi-automatic rifle, killing 23 people and injuring 22 more. He walked into the store after posting a manifesto online, targeting Hispanic people and echoing far-right extremist beliefs centered around anti-immigrant and white supremacist conspiracy theories. The attack lasted only a few minutes, but the damage was catastrophic. Patrick had arrived earlier that morning after driving hundreds of miles from his home in Allen, Texas. He walked through the
That's dedication. What the fuck? That's so much dedication to shoot up a Walmart. You drove 100 miles to shoot up a Walmart. that's full of Latinos. What's your beef with Latinos and Latinas? You don't like Latinas? Who don't like Latinas? Latinas is goated. What the fuck? They goated as fuck. What the hell? Like, what the fuck? Bro, you don't like Latinas, that's something up with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. What the fuck up with you, bro? What you don't like Latinas for? The fuck wrong with you, nigga?
Door
You
to
tripping,
scout the
bitch.
location, returned to his car to gear up, and then began shooting in the parking lot before moving inside. Once in the building, he continued firing at shoppers, families, and employees, attacking people in aisles, checkout lanes, and even a bank area inside the store. He fired close to 90 rounds before fleeing back towards the parking lot. Shortly after leaving the scene, Patrick surrendered without resistance. He stopped his car, stepped out with his hands up, and told law enforcement officers that he was the shooter. He was arrested on the spot and later charged with capital murder and dozens of federal hate crime and firearms offenses. Over the following years, he pled guilty to 90 federal counts related to the attack and was sentenced to 90 consecutive life sentences, with additional life sentences added at the state level. The aftermath of the shooting left El Paso devastated. Vigils, memorials, and tributes poured in from across the United States and Mexico, as the majority of victims were Hispanic and many were Mexican nationals. The event intensified conversations about extremism, online radicalization, and the growing wave of white supremacist violence. It also led to widespread condemnation from leaders, communities, and advocacy groups as El Paso mourned one of the darkest days in its history. This is a tragedy. So what meme followed this? For those who don't know what a Wojak is, it's one of the oldest and most recognizable faces in internet meme culture. A simple black outline drawing of a bald man with a sad blank expression. It first appeared on Polish and German image boards in the late 2000s before spreading to 4chan, where it evolved into endless variations used to express insecurity, frustration, or ironically shared emotions. After the El Paso shooting, one of those variations became Chudjak, originally appeared on left-wing boards like BunkerChan in 2020. Chudjak was drawn as a caricature of the El Paso shooter Patrick and quickly turned into a way to mock far-right extremists and the type of users associated with 4chan's poll board. The character spread during raids and meme wars between communities, eventually becoming one of the most recognizable political Wojak edits online. On June 18, 2023, the Titan submersible operated by the tourism company OceanGate imploded during a dive to the wreck of the Titanic in the North Atlantic. On board were 5 passengers: OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, Titanic expert Paul, British billionaire Hamish, and Pakistani-British businessman Shahzada, along with his 19-year-old son. About an hour and a half into the descent, Titan lost all contact with its support ship, the Polar Prince. When it failed to resurface, a massive international search effort began, involving the US Coast Guard, the US Navy, the Canadian Coast Guard, and several deep-sea research vessels. For 4 days, the world watched the search unfold in real time. Every update, every press briefing, and every rumor spread instantly across social media. Behind the scenes, however, the US Navy had already detected an acoustic signature that matched an implosion at the exact moment communication was lost. When a remotely operated vehicle finally located a debris field near the Titanic's bow, it confirmed the worst-case scenario. The pressure hull had collapsed during the dive, killing all 5 occupants instantly. What followed was a wave of scrutiny aimed at OceanGate and the decision.
I'm not gonna lie though. It may sound bad, but I don't like. I ain't gonna say I don't really care. But like, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, bro, I don't get this shit. Why do that? Knowing, why do that on a controller though? On a fucking leapfrog ass controller, my nigga. Like, I get you a billionaire, you smarter than me and shit. Like, you doing this shit, and I'm not. But I'm alive, so fuck you. My bad. Duh, I'm just saying, like, this shit is like, it's like, but this shit just shows you that billionaires will literally do anything with money. I ain't gonna lie.
that led to the disaster. Former employees, engineers, and industry experts came forward saying concerns about Titan's safety had been raised for years, especially its experimental carbon fiber hull and the company's refusal to follow standard certification rules. Suddenly, the implosion didn't feel like a rare deep-sea accident, it felt preventable. A vessel built to visit one of the most iconic shipwrecks on Earth ended up sharing its fate. Shortly after the Titan implosion was confirmed, the internet reacted with an immediate wave of dark humor and viral memes. Shortly after the Titan implosion was confirmed, the internet reacted with an immediate wave of dark humor and viral memes. People fixated on how experimental and improvised the sub seemed, especially after learning it was controlled with a $30 Logitech game controller, which became one of the biggest jokes online. Memes spread mocking the vessel's design,
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was one of them. I kind of was one of the motherfuckers that did kind of clown him a little bit for that. I like what a leaf of a nigga got a whole ass controller just to control this big ass thing that he like what the fuck? Like you don't think that shit's not going to like actively kill you, nigga? You're in a fucking submarine that can probably fucking take all y'all out.
comparing it to a makeshift Home Depot project, or even an explicit toy. The fact that the passengers were wealthy only amplified the reaction. Jokes framed the dive as a $250,000 Titanic speedrun that ended the same way as the original ship. The jokes were directed at the passengers, but in a very specific way. The humor didn't target their identities or personal lives as much as it targeted the circumstances surrounding their deaths. The internet fixated on the absurdity of 5 wealthy people paying $250,000 each to descend in a carbon fiber tube controlled by a Bluetooth gamepad, inside a vessel that multiple engineers had warned was unsafe. To many people online, it looked like an extreme example of rich people doing something dangerous for fun, and the framing shaped almost every meme that followed. The person mocked the most was Stockton Rush, the CEO and pilot of the Titan. He was the one who built the sub, ignored repeated safety warnings, dismissed industry standards as obstacles, and insisted the design was revolutionary despite experts calling it experimental and risky. Because of that, the internet treated him less like a victim and more like the one that caused the disaster. The jokes, edits, and animations overwhelmingly centered on Rush's choices, treating him as a symbol of OceanGate's negligence rather than a victim. 9/11 needs no introduction, as we all know what it is. Hell,
We
a
already know
single
what
video
9/11
from that
is.
tragedy already has way more views than my entire channel combined. So we'll skip over it because YouTube hates it when YouTubers talk about the attacks. In the aftermath of the September attacks, media coverage exploded instantly across every major network. Live broadcasts ran nonstop for days, replaying the same images from New York, Washington, and Pennsylvania until they became burned into the public consciousness. As the world watched, photos from Ground Zero, firefighters in the rubble, people running through the streets, the falling man spread everywhere and became one of the most recognizable images in modern history. But at the exact same time, the internet reacted in its own way. Early forums like Something Awful, 4chan, began circulating photoshopped photos, dark jokes, and parody edits literally within hours of the attack. Memes like Tourist Guy, manipulated $20 bill conspiracies, and absurd animations started appearing, not to mock the victims, but because the internet processes shock differently than traditional media. Over the years, the September attacks became one of the first global examples of a tragedy being transformed into viral content.
I kind of wonder what the memes were. I saw this shit. I kind of wonder what the memes were back then, like back in like 2001. You feel me? I wasn't born in 2001. I was born in 2003. But the memes, I bet you the memes is pretty funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
From edgy jokes to tasteless commercials to running gag phrases like jet fuel can melt steel beams and Bush did 9/11. What began as nonstop news coverage slowly evolved into an entire ecosystem of memes, debates, satire, and dark humor that still resurface every year, showing how even the most devastating events can be reshaped, and sometimes distorted by online culture. A few months ago, I thought to myself, what was the first ever meme from this tragedy? After all, there is a plethora of memes about this event. Within minutes after this tragedy, someone posted on 4chan this photo of Hulk Hogan doing a big boot to the building. I cannot find the 4chan link to the actual post, but instead repost of the first ever 9/11 meme. At first glance, it doesn't make sense that some of the darkest moments in modern history end up recycled into jokes, edits, and memes. But the reality is that online culture reacts to tragedy in a way that's more complicated than
I feel like nowadays it's really just it's just like a coping mechanism. Like I feel like because there's so much shit that happens like damn near every fucking day. I feel like nowadays like people like certain at least like certain people have to have like some type of like have to have it or have to see it in a way to make it as a joke or else they're just gonna go mad type shit. You feel me? Cause like there is like a lot of people that's here that don't know how to handle these type of situations. You feel me? I'm not saying like it's like everybody out here, but like it is some people out here that don't know how to handle that type of situation for because shit like that can be like scary for them, you know. And again, I'm not gonna say like I should take the computer away, or they should just not be on the internet, or should just be in a bunker somewhere. Yeah, that's just how like you feel me. That's just how life is, and like at the end of the day, motherfuckers here, the motherfuckers now are just going to hear these tragedies and going to just make memes about them, regardless they don't. And it's good. And you know what's crazy? Like the memes are like, and the motherfuckers that make the memes, these niggas don't even fucking know who the fuck. Like these niggas don't even know who the fuck. Like these niggas don't know who the fuck half these motherfuckers are for real. And I'm like, you feel me? I'm even one of them. I don't even know who Charlie Clerk is like that for real. I don't even know him because of like the shit that he talked about. You feel me? But I don't know every single one or like know this nigga life and shit. You feel me? But I just think the memes are funny. But yeah, like that's just it. You feel me? Like that's how that shit is. I feel like 20 years, like it is 20 years from now. Motherfuckers are gonna do the same shit. It's gonna be the exact same thing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody's gonna change.
simple disrespect. Whether it's the September attacks, the El Paso shooter becoming Chudjak, the implosion of the OceanGate sub, or the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Each one shows how the internet processes shock in real time. Sometimes people use humor as a coping mechanism, a way to distance themselves from fear.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, real talk though. I said
Sometimes
this shit, like,
people
when I
use
first
humor as a coping mechanism, a
I said this shit when I
shock
first
in
saw
real
this
time.
fucking, when I first saw this fucking
Kirk.
video.
Each one shows
This nigga, no, hold on.
the assassination of
This
Charlie
nigga right here, y'all can't see my mouse, but this nigga on the fucking on the right, that nigga's traumatized. That nigga's probably traumatized to this day, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna cap. Just imagine, bro. Just imagine you talking to a nigga, and shit. Nigga talking about prove me wrong and shit, and then you ask this nigga a question, and then this nigga goes and asks you a question with a question, and then boom, this nigga just get fucking head tapped. Like this nigga is fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. To this day I feel like this nigga is fucked up.
Kirk.
He's
Each
fucked
one
up, bro.
shows how the internet
I'm not even gonna lie.
processes shock in real
I'll
time.
be fucked up if I say some
Sometimes
shit like
people
that
use
in
humor
front
as
of
a
my
coping
face, bro. I'll
mechanism,
be fucked
a
up,
way
so
to
fucked
distance
up, bro.
themselves from
What the
fear,
hell?
violence, or helplessness. Sometimes the humor is targeted, meant to mock someone specific, like how Charlie Kirk became a meme because of his politics, or how Stockton Rush was ridiculed for the choices that led to the Titans implosion. Other times, the humor has nothing to do with the victims at all, like the September jokes or the Chud Jack meme, where the tragedy ends up as a background detail in the joke instead of what anyone is actually paying attention to. What ties all of this together is how the internet strips complicated, horrific events down into something way simpler than they really were. The fuller story disappears, and the version that survives is whatever the internet finds easiest to circulate. Don't get me wrong, the memes are not going to stain the legacy of the tragedy itself. Instead, it's the cherry on top when it comes to people's reactions to said tragedy. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see
Yeah. That's pretty much how I don't know. When it comes to like motherfuckers that do shit like this, it's like, cause I ain't gonna, I'm a dark humor type of motherfucker for real anyways. So when I see shit like that, I find it funny, and it's just like that's just how it is for me for real for real. Like I like dark humor, so I don't really care, you know. But like it does seem pretty interesting on how on why people do this shit. You feel me? Because like at the end of the day, we all of us are humans. You feel me? So in a way, it does kind of him explaining this shit does kind of show like some type of, you feel me, some type of, what's the word? Uh, it does show some type of ideas of what people go through when we all like when all of us go like when all of us see these like events that happen. It just kind of shows like who's a little there and who's a little not. You feel me? Anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and make sure you check out what's bro name, Morbid for Fun. Links in the description down below. And with that being said, I'm up out of here. Peace.